Attendees at this year's Cattle Industry Convention and NCBA trade show had a unique chance to meet Lance Pekus, who is famous for participating on the TV show American Ninja Warrior. Russell Nemitz is one of the few people who was able to catch up to the Cowboy Ninja.
Telling the great story of the U.S. beef cattle industry is important, and having great advocates is even more important. And the U.S. beef cattle industry is very lucky to have one of our own as its new spokesperson. With us is rancher Lance Pekus from Salmon, Idaho. Of course, folks might recognize Lance off the television program American Ninja Warrior. He's the Cowboy Ninja, but more importantly, we're going to talk about that experience in just a second or so. But for this audience, why don't you tell us a little bit about your ranching background in Idaho?
Well, I'm really excited to be here, and thank you for interviewing me. I got started with ranching actually a little bit later in life. At 18, I met my future wife and really got involved with her family's ranch, and we really fell in love with working with the animals, riding the range, and just everything involved with it. So much that after we graduated college, we both moved back. We got married, bought some land, and we started raising our own herd and started building from there and got really involved with it from there.
You know, it's pretty cool. I was reading a little bit about you before the interview here, and whether it's life on the ranch or the television program now, I mean, the very first thing you mentioned was family is everything. Family is everything to me, and getting family involvement and having my family there, my wife suffers from multiple sclerosis MS, so I have to deal with that and the struggles with that. But having her here and being with my kids and getting my kids involved with the ranch and ranch work and having her family right there as well, and we can all interact and help each other and it expands from there. You have good family involvement. It branches out to the community. You have good community involvement, and everyone helps each other. And that's a great part about the cattle industry and the cattle communities. Everyone's willing to help each other. Well, let's talk about the transition, Lance, on how you went from a rancher in Salmon, Idaho to the Cowboy Ninja on television, and talk about that fun transition, because you're having a lot of fun, but we're certainly capitalizing off of it a little bit too in the U.S. beef cattle industry.
It's one of those things. I seen American Ninja Warrior on TV, and I thought I could do that. And instead of being one of the persons that just sits back and say, yeah, I could do that, I decided to give it a try. I told some friends and family about it, and they're like, sure, whatever, yeah. I just, put the fear of failure behind me, and I just went out and gave it a try, and I've been doing it 8 seasons now. Yeah. And I've had some really good success, and it's been a lot of fun. And I think it's given me a really good platform. And between my love for ranching and cattle and working with them and my love for obstacles, it's brought it all together for become the Cowboy Ninja.
Well, you're doing a fantastic job in both areas, might add. Let's talk about some of the training for the television program and what you're doing on the ranch, because there's not exactly a whole lot of gymnasiums, I would have to suspect, near Salmon, Idaho.
There's not at all. So I have to be really creative, and I think that's the cool thing about it is that it's growing as a sport. People are getting gyms everywhere, and everyone's starting to really expand out and become almost training full time. So I take that as a challenge to really keep pushing through and use what I have and use what's around me. And I might not have the same amount of time to pound out a workout for 2 hours or so, but I'll squeeze it in throughout the day. I have obstacles around the ranch, and if I'm waiting for a grain truck or something, I'll do a little 5-10 minute workout. I think that's the cool thing, and it really shows the creativity and the motivation to keep pushing on.
Well, I've seen you do some backflips too on television. You're practicing a few of those off some round bales over there in Salmon, aren't you?
Yeah, it's fun to get creative and push through and kind of see what you can do. And you see something, you're like, I think I can do that, and you go and give it a try and stuff. So it's been really fun to try and do stuff like that, and then of course share it on social media and on TV, and really be good for beef. It's what's for dinner, and really show that you can be strong, you can be healthy, and you can have a good healthy diet, which includes a real healthy protein like beef.
Absolutely. Let's wrap things up talking about beef and how it's the protein of choice at your household, and how it's good for your family, it's good for your health, and of course it's just good for the competition as a Cowboy Ninja.
Oh yeah, being the Cowboy Ninja, beef is my source of protein to go to. Beef It's What's for Dinner has given me a really good platform. I've grown up with that tagline, and being able to actually be the spokesperson from that has been amazing. And I love the product. I love being involved with ranching and using it. and it's something that I know it's natural and it's healthy, and I feel comfortable giving it to my kids so they can grow healthy and be what maybe the little Cowboy Ninjas when they grow up.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for being with us on Cattleman to Cattleman, my friend.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
All right, again, we've been visiting with Lance Pekus from Salmon, Idaho. The beef, it's what's for dinner ninja. The Cowboy Ninja off of the American Ninja Warrior, and we're certainly glad to have Lance as one of the newest spokesmen for the Beef It's What's for Dinner campaign, and more importantly, the U.S. beef cattle industry.